Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade IDs live trading room recap for Wednesday, April the 10th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me? This is the email address you can use, and I can say that we're getting close. I actually thought we were going to have that link ready last night, but just a couple little glitches with it. And so maybe by tomorrow, but hopefully sometime next week, we'll be able to use this as the link to get into the room. But for the time being, still look for the free link for the new trading room, the pro trading room. Okay, I open the room every morning at 9 o'clock Eastern time. That's when I start to share my screen, get live on the mic at 9:05. I go up to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays, and up to 3 o'clock on Fridays. So a bit of a change of pace for me today. I'm going to first of all, I'll talk about. I did take a Holly alert today, and I do want to talk about it just a little bit because. You notice here, there was the entry price. There was the actual alert at 1543, all right? Notice that Holly is out of this on a timed exit. And strong stock pulling back. Just 1 second, let me see if I can. There's a 45-minute hold on that particular strategy. But so just bear in mind the 1543 and also the exit price at 1565, okay? Because this strategy has a 45-minute hold on it. Now, guess I actually got into this late. I got into this at 1561. So for everybody who says, I can't get into the Holly alerts right at the time I want to, you don't have to. They're not designed, to make 5 or 6 cents. And this one has worked out extremely well for me. I'm out of it now. I got in at 1561 and I took it out at 1590. Why did I take this one over other Holly alerts? Because that's a question I get a lot. Why don't you trade every one of them? Well, a couple of things. I looked at the daily on this. So when I look at the daily, and remember where I got in, 1565, right up there. It had broken free through here. I look left and I see we have some room. To the 16 mark. So from 1560 to 1590 is a nice percentage gain. So that is why I was zeroing in on this one. It was the price range that I like to trade from the Hollies. Typically, I like the under 20s. That's just my personal preference. And the volume was okay. The volume I think was, what are we now? Yeah, we're at 750,000. I know a lot of people say, well, that's way too light. Well, if that's too light for you, then don't trade it, I suppose. Certainly not light for me. So I just wanted to run over that the run trade from Holly. Definitely, I don't take a lot of them. I use Holly as a watch list, as a scanning watch list. That's basically it. I'm never ever going to auto trade it, and basically I just use it as a scanning watch list. I sort it on the stocks that are up the most in risk on. In other words, Holly still being in the trade, and again. That's why I wanted to mention. Just because Holly got out of the trade here at 1565, because this strategy has a 45-minute hold, there'd be absolutely no reason why you had to get out of the trade if you got in it here. There was no reason whatsoever. So the strategy has been optimized for a 45-minute hold, but the way I look at it is that each individual alert, though, should be analyzed on its own. Okay, so that's how I use Holly. Now, a big shout out to our friend Pitbull in the room. He gave us this scan on Monday, and I tell you, it has given us some really good trades. Now, this is not for everybody. One of the reasons is that a lot of times these things are starting out with very low volume, and the spread is not great. And so, you don't, and I'm one of those people that kind of, has to really consider, do I want to take a trade like that? But it's funny, not funny. In fact, this is one that I'm looking at right now, the Amot. Don't have the symbol linking here. Let me get the symbol linking. And again, it's only 57,000 shares. And this is the thing. In the room, I'm not going to be able to call these ones out that are very low volume. It's that simple. What I'm going to do is sort of treat them like they're the Holly alerts. Holly alerts, I don't call out real time either. After the fact, I will discuss them, but I won't call them out real time because it's just not fair for our premium subscribers who pay for the Holly service. I can't really call these out because the volume is so low. What I will do is I'll say, hey, the buy from Pitbull, I'm looking at the A stock, the one that starts with A. You guys can do what you want, but in all good faith, I cannot call them out because the volume is too low. You get 500 people in the room, and it could just sort of spike the price. But I'm telling you, this is a very good scan that he's put together. It's actually a couple of buys, but they also work on the short side. So the one I did take from it, let's see if it is listed here. Well, it's RNet. I can tell you. And we don't marry these things, but I got into it right here and I sold it right there. And it was very, very quick. It was very, very quick. The volume is 100,000 now, but when I first saw it, it was about 60,000. Now you can take, and I'll give you this. He has no problem. I can give you this scan if you're wanting to look at it. You just have to ask me for it. The info. I'm going to shut this down. info@trade-ideas.com. But it has produced some really, really good alerts all week. The third day of it, and also on the short side. So, but again, not for everybody. The volume can start off very low, and it can be spready. So you might have to pick and choose. But what we've seen is that if you're not too picky, some of these things have $1, $2, $3 moves in them, especially the more expensive ones. All right, that is it. Bring back the capture program. So. Let's see. Again, any questions for me, you can use this email address. Still don't use that link. Use the link that's in the email that you're getting for the free trading room, nude room. I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern. So hope everybody has a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.